southbound going northbound. I don't remember last time that gate was shut. The whole inside is fenced off. Like as if it's shut down all of a sudden. Justice is coming. It's pretty empty around here. I don't know. Usually there's cars parked all along the side. Market Street side. Gates closed. That side's closed and blocked off with like some kind of sheet covering it. I think they're getting ready for a lot of military action if those gates are shut for the first time I've ever seen. Or maybe during the pandemic it was shut. I think it was still open. All these nations. All the way down to the very end, to Kenya. But right before that, to Jordan. With the Binswanger triangle, it's right there. Jordan's right there, and then Kenya is the last flag. And run like Rocky. 11-11. BC 3, like before Christ. 3 years before. There's the Philippines, Philippines, and the Ethiopians, and Libya. Libya? Is it Libya? Will be at your steps, or at your doorsteps. Egypt, right next to El Salvador. So as of now, this is the only airplane that I can find that's right off where the desert is, the Logan Square inside the desert. There was an airplane at Cherry Lane in the alleyway, but it's not there anymore. The Pioneer. Brought to you by the Road to 2050. Barbera. Is Barbera the best? Oh yeah, I mean, I guess. Alright, I guess. Barabbas. That's what I feel like all the time. Every day. I remember M1H1 with Donald Trump a couple years back. Nope, there's no stopping. But China is at 0/5, right at the very corner in between both of the libraries. And here's the desert. With the fountains of life right in the middle of it. Can't really say these frogs are unclean anymore. Is that a tail of a scorpion or a duck's head? 12 trees. The male has the fish behind his back. The two females have those swans. And there's 3 of these frogs and 3 turtles. That's the target. And then at Gennady, Gennady's called the Gateway. Here's something that looks like a tomb. It looks like it's already been opened up, so it seems like it's empty. Remember elevator boy? Let's put it right there. And then so the gateway to hell. Gennady being a gateway in the middle of the desert. There's only one lock. Here's the desert. 2 trees used to be here. One used to be there, and one was there. So now there's only 10 of them. 10 of these. You can't even tell where the tree used to be. This one still has the stump in it. And then the other 10. In this garden. So it has everything in one. It's all a small little landscape of everything in there pertaining to the Bible. Even this triangle here, it's a gift to the city. The Urban Farmers Market, Farmer Steakhouse. This is the one side of the triangle that's like the clean side where all the water started down here. When everything was shut down, it was water down here first. There's Sweden. Looks like that building that Derek Bros was showing you. Satan's seat is. The reason I say the 4 corners here is because, Switzerland over there. Sweden is here. It was Switzerland Derek was talking about. Switzerland flag is over there. Poland flag is right there. And then Italy. So there's only 4 of them. At this corner, St. Peter and Paul's Basilica. So it's like the 4 main ones. Logan. I didn't get it, did I?
Go get this.
Federal Donuts and Victory Brewing Company is on this side. So you got donuts and alcohol. You can live off of drinks and donuts. That would be pretty nice to have that little spot right there for free. Simply just because you have to have the right chip. Starting at 2,000? And Kaepernick. It's the 2 females and the male, and then this guy's catching them. He's catching all of them. The Tuscan girl, June 9th, 1965, June 9th, 6'9". Or driving over that bridge saying everything is a lie. At that exact day and time at 6:09. That's the Windows of Heaven Are Open building. Alright, so here's the very first flag. Israel. Albania is on that corner where U1. The Avenue of Remembrance. The Phoenix rising. The Holy One that they patched up. They're trying to they just covered it up. The sinkhole. But it's also right in front of U2. Yep. And U2 is right in front of Love Park. So it's U1 and U2. You won, and you too. When you see this area packed with military surrounding the city, it's gonna look like Jerusalem is being surrounded with all military and tank and armor and stuff coming up. I'd say they'd be stationed there, because they were here before when that gas explosion happened around that time. Liberty 2, 848 feet tall. Liberty 1, 945 foot tall. Twin towers. Heck out to the woman in the tower. That's all blocked off, but nobody's here. It's not like there's any military or anybody here. It's already blocked off. Purchase time. Wonder why it's closed. It's a smoke screen. I wonder who these heads are. Who are these people? Wonder who they are. Like the highest up. Look at a note. They're looking down on the top of the roof. One North Broad Street. I got your back, Willie. Will. I got your back, Will. And you got a wounded head and did live. See, there he is. He's alive. Look how happy he is. Look at his hands. Like, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, I'm so happy. Huh? Greenfield left with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Tate. Tate. Is that you, Jacob? Tate? Andrew Tate? Or is that Andrew? Or you use the same people? Nice. It takes some skill. I mean, even though it says that, but still give them credit for being able to hold a wheelie that long. So this is how I get all of my information. I come down here and I look into this crystal ball. And I just spin it. And then it turns out to be evil. Seema. Evil. It's like, what? What do you want from me? Huh? What do you want? Lives by the bell tower. Oh, Willie here? Just vicious looking, just being a fence. City Hall gates. Why are they closed? Why are they closed? That's the question. That I got. My sister Barb used to work at PSFS when I was a kid, right before I went to Florida, 10 years old. Hello. Hi, hello AI. How are you doing today? Oh, look at how they're like guards. See that? Their faces. This may be the other four corners. You know, it's a toss-up with those four corners, because in the dead center, it's the four corners of the east, north, west, south. So it's more like the actual four corners of the earth, the dead center, which would be the very, wouldn't it make sense that it was Philadelphia because it was the very first capital city? Doesn't that make more sense? America runs on Dunkin'. What happens when Dunkin' shuts down next? Is John Wanamaker, is he like Elohim, where he's a Wanamaker, or he wants to be a maker? The last spot I want to see is the main gate, where wide and broad is the path of destruction. From north to south. So it would be the south gate, or the north gate going south. July 1st, 1863. 1863. That's 3 days after, well, 3 days after my birthday. June 28th. 3 days later is July 1st. So I don't know what this guy represents, but he's pointing at somebody. Oh, he's pointing at the Masonic temple. Yeah. What's his name? He's like, over there. I found them. They're the culprits. There they all are. But also September 21st. 10 days after the second 9/11 date. September 11th, if it was in 2023, because the Twin Towers are right there. It's like, look, that's a perfect picture. That's even here. It's even a better one. If that was the actual target and it happened, and then I look back on this video picture and show you what it looked like beforehand. 10 days after the fact. Oh, it's Gettysburg Address. But it could also be a horse's malarkey. That's only if you're left behind. He has a sword. It looks like he's a conqueror of some sort. Here's 3 rocks. There's the twin tower of the other one. And then see that? So what it is, it's construction going on inside what they're constructing. I mean, who knows what they can be constructing on Broad Street, getting the stage set. With this other guy on the horse. General CEO B. McLean. Look how huge that window is up in heaven that'll be open. So what I don't really like to make predictions, but I just sense that military is going to be all up and down here really soon. It could even be this month, within the next couple weeks, a bed of nails. You know, so just in case if it happens, I would like to tell you that before it happens. With Matthias here, William Baldwin, because the Baldwin, Herbert Adams, Lady in Red. There he is. There he is. Look, he's the one that won. The Baldwin. He has a compass in his hand, and he has a scroll in the other. A scroll, maybe he's compassing the camp of the saints. Unrolled scroll. It's not rolled up, it's unrolled. And he has a compass in his hand. He's bold, he wins. Equipment share, I like that idea. And then there they are. 4, 3, 2, 1 before the fire. You know, if anything happens, I made 1,000 predictions before. Nothing's ever came about of it, so. But now all of a sudden, bridge collapse, Wawa's shutting down. Things happen behind the scenes. You don't really know about it. I feel like my job is to take the behind the scenes and put it in front of the scenes. But if I was, I mean, you know, if I wanted to make another prediction, I would predict I'm going to see, not just because Steve Ben-Nun said that there was military driving around in Philly earlier today. It's not just because of that, but mostly because of that. I'm going to continue with that little tidbit and just say you're going to see this entire place surrounded by military tanks and trucks and vehicles and guns and lots of guns and because at 95 on that exit, the Serpent's head was crushed. Maybe because they were heading in this direction. Maybe because if, like, let's say everybody knew about it, no matter what. Everybody knew about what was coming. But if someone like myself doesn't figure out where they're going, then they're just going to keep going. They'll just keep going and destroy the entire city. Looks like fun. So if nobody can figure it out, like the game of Clue, then it's going to happen. If somebody can figure it out, it puts a stop to it. The assassination, it puts a stop to it because of this. So welcome to the, and that's the same thing that the fox in that park, the Forbidden Park, the fox that was right there, and then Scorpion, the guitar player, had a double string guitar, as I was showing that same scene. Yep, it's like throwing a scorpion into the fire, because now the scorpion got caught too. See, what had happened was, I don't mind that you guys took my footage from years ago, considering I can't prove in an actual court that it's true. But because this is all in spirit and some kind of weird matrix kind of life, I'm able to show you what really is true. And then the ones that are involved in it, you just been convicted. So you're now guilty of concealing.
Hey, deep down inside, I don't believe that. I believe they do.
The poop that you've been covering up and putting cologne on. You see, there was a lot of poop, and it just seems like it smells really good, but it really doesn't. Like in the core itself, when you crack it open, it's what it's going to smell like. So there's been a lot of cover-up going on in whatever type of realm that I'm existing in that is getting ready to be proven more than before, than the past 6 years. It's getting ready to be proven because when you see this whole city surrounded by military, armors, tanks, and things are shutting down because let's just say the Benjamin Franklin Parkway, they want to keep us from traveling from Jersey over to here. So what they do is they have some kind of excuse, whether it's a terrorist attack or a star falling from heaven legitimately, or some kind of lightning strike. Whatever the case is, whatever they tell you, remember when I drove over that bridge at mile marker 29.6, I'll never forget it because it's from the 9 to the 6, the 20, 29, 6, almost the 30 mark, because it was the exit. The exit was exit 30, where the 30 tons of uranium's nitrate was missing. That was the exit that blew up underneath of the underpass. So remember what was said when I went over that overpass. I said, we've all been lied to. And to think that it isn't real, and to think that it isn't real was the next time. The last time was, we've all been lied to. So that's my final message. When they start telling you certain things happen with the collapses of, the idea is to keep commerce from coming right here in the dead center of Philadelphia, to collapse all the way through. Maybe there's a terror attack somewhere around here, some kind of bus explosion of some sort, which blocks off the whole 2 miles. Because all they're doing is giving reasons to block stuff off and to keep people away from the devastation of the rest of the movie, like V for Vendetta. So this is like a Moses character. He doesn't have a name. There's nothing etched in the stone that he's standing on. He has a long beard. He's rubbing his hand, like his left arm. I don't know if he's wearing a dress. It's kind of blending in. And his hand is in the back. Remember, like Jacob showed me when he led me right here that day to show me the hidden hand? It's a hidden hand. It's not, I mean, it could be the, like that, but this is in the back, so. It's a hidden hand in the back. Right there. It's a hidden hand here, I think I was supposed to get like this. There it is. Right, let him point right directly to. There. Her soda was almost as bitter as he was. Could Torina save her? Man, look at all the military. Look at all the military tanks. You see them? You see all the military people surrounding the walls of Jerusalem? She just said, "Hello, child molester," out loud. And I was wondering, the Gang Stalking Corporation, they lie to people to make you think that you're somebody that you're not. It's all good. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. I thought that before too. Like going into Walmart or something. Because the Gang Stalking Corporation, what they do is they alert people. They tell them a lie about the target that's walking by them, because Satan's the accuser of the brethren. So they'll lie. They'll say something like he's a child molester, or something horrendous that would make them hate your guts as soon as they get that alert. But the problem is the alert is a lie, just like all the news. The reason why the Wawas are shutting down, it's all a lie. It's because I-95 is collapsed and people aren't going to want to drive their vehicles to deliver the food. So that's a lie too. It's all a lie. I'm just here to unravel that truth. So people think as I walk by, like, oh my goodness, my actual record is more, seems more vicious than what it really is, because it's 5 counts of aggravated assault on police, which means on record I'm fighting 5 police officers. Think about that. And survived. I didn't get shot. I just got my head beat in. But I got away. But no. Children, child molesters. A thief. Yeah, I was a thief because I kind of grew up poor. And if I had the money to help these people who called me a child molester, I would help them. I'd put them in a home. But I don't have that ability to do it just yet. And delete the lie in this matrix. Because it really is all about you, just me, really, my own worst enemy. Can I walk around downtown with knowing that people have they all have an alert, right? Everybody here has an alert as to who's around them. They'll alert you and say, like, here's the target, he's a bad guy. But the reality is, I'm the one exposing that target. The one organization that's targeting people. And at some point, it's a reprogramming of the matrix. Because old Willie there is awfully excited. Can you handle people accusing you of something that you're not? The dragon spews out all those lies against the woman's seed, just the seed itself, the singular seed. Of Israel. Man, oh man, can you look at all the excitement of the Avenue of Remembrance, Benjamin Franklin Parkway. Right here. Boardwalk style. So this is the place where, this is the only tree to sit under. At Capriccio Cret Park. How you doing? I'm doing good. You ever find that child molester? No? I've learned that they don't really talk back. So there's no real point in... But a three-way piece, number one, points to Henry. We need more of that. You can 3 Parkway. You can try to talk to people, but they don't always respond. I could be wrong, you know. She could just be batshit crazy and just things spout off in her mind, but I feel like I know better. That certain things are inserted into people's brains to say because you're there. So imagine if you were me, right? Or let me just say you're anybody. And you're walking around and anybody who is near you that has they have the communication, as everybody's like a spy, they're all lied to. And something horrific is said about you. But it's not true. I've never been called a child molester on YouTube, but out in the world I can see the Gang Stalking Corporation lying to people and just putting things out there just so they can hate you or whatever. You have like a negative strike against you. So like, and then knowing that only the people that actually know you would know your history, but all these other people have something being told to them that gives them an extra boost of hatred. And what they're doing is they're judging somebody that's innocent and attaching feelings to what they believe because that's what they're told. I've learned, even if something is true one way or another, don't attach feelings to it, because everybody's going to be judged. They're already being judged right now. It's just a matter of time. And it's going to happen up and down Benjamin Franklin Parkway. After all the tanks that you see going up, look at all the tanks. Look, here. Look, see that tank right there? Yep. Man, look at that. I'm going to come down here when they're all lined up, like tank. Why do you say that, Robin? It was only a drill. Yeah, I know. They're drilling for sure. Tank, military, guns, military, everything, all over the place. So, soak it up, Philly. What is a stormwater tree trench? These trees are connected by a trench beneath. That's the thing. You can't tell above, but beneath the sidewalk that stores stormwater and also waters the trees. See what goes on beneath, underground? Remember that serpent was stomped? He was heading towards Philly from the north. He was coming down to the south. This is Kaepernick, which reminds me of Capernaum. And considering St. Peter and Paul Basilica, 222, one Cathedral Square, because that's the parking lot, 222. And then the Polish astronomer, Kaepernick. And then it's right near Belgium, but Poland is the source at the very main corner. So then circling back, it's Poland, it's Switzerland. Hold on. It's Poland, it's Switzerland, where my Swiss bank account is, where Satan's seat is. Sweden, it sure is going to be a sweet victory. And then Italy. All at the four corners of this particular intersection. 1, 2 flags, 3 flags, 4 flags. And then the William Penn building itself is the 4 directions of the 4 corners of the earth in the dead center. And the Declaration of Independence was signed in Philadelphia too. 246, almost 47 years ago. 246 full years, 3 days or 6 days later. 6 days after my birthday. It's all the buzz about. We're building something beautiful. You just can't see it yet. Like 30. Sisters City Park. Sisters City in brotherly love. Back to the Garden of Eden setting. Dry desert ground, Gennady, gateway, the Helg, the gate, gateway, the 12 trees, One of them's completely chopped down and uprooted, probably like 2 years ago, where this needle is here. Hypodermic needle. And then the 6th genome is inserted into Love Park. I want to thank Philadelphia today for, I don't know what holiday it is, but it's free parking. And we need to see that more often. Wildfires starting out in Canada. Justin, what's that? Trudeau. This is before the fire, before anything happens. This whole learning process, since the mask started, the ordeal, I've learned how to not care what people think. Even if they are told a lie, it doesn't matter. You can believe what you want. You're the one tormented by a demon that, I don't know, seems like he's bothering them. Like just following them around. Yep, see, look, you could tell he didn't like him. What is he doing? He's doing some kind of dance. Oh, it's a woman. He's trying to do a dance for her so he can get laid. Look, is that not good enough? Come here, let me peck you then. Look, I can do the hokey pokey and turn myself around. Isn't that what it's all about? Okay, it looks like he's definitely has the hots for her. She's not even getting the time of the day. She's like, get away from me, loser. I don't care if you can. Ah, look at that. He's like, this is, shit. Yeah, that's real attractive, buddy. She's really gonna like you now. Why don't you go peck her? I mean, not. Go peck her, not your pecker. Look, she's not even being. No. Am I gonna? What's going on here? He's hooting and hollering. He is definitely trying to get some. Stalker. Leave her alone, dude. Alright. Enough. What a loser. Oh look, camping's prohibited. Anybody who's like from Harold Camping's world, prohibited. Not allowed. I mean, that dude looks relaxed. I know he's homeless and everything, but I'm sure at times it's very peaceful. So this is what's going on here. All the men and women. The whole world is a stage. Men and women are merely players. L1 is the El Salvador. Save a door. The door that'll save you. L. That door. There's going to be a time I can't walk down this area here because there's going to be too many military tanks stationed right here, all up and down. Why would that happen? I don't know, maybe Ethiopia and Libya will be at the steps right there at the door. And that would suck even really a whole lot more if something terrible happened down there. with military presence, then you know America is going down. Even though, if you haven't already known, that's the goal. It needs to be crippled and brought to its knees because the whole system is greedy. The rich get even richer. The poor, just forget it. And medium class, you're eliminated. You become poor. And nobody really cares. I mean, look, people that have all the money in the world, you got access to going and doing whatever. How much do you really care about other people when you know you're set for life? Well, I'm not set for life. So therefore, I'm going to dream up a reality that I'm going to get the people, or even if it's just AI algorithm, oh man, to favor my system. And then my system's more about sharing and giving and not having a power trip over people and like holding money over their head or whatever people do with when they have the money to do it. The power trip is to get someone to just like plead and beg for money. So it's that system itself, and then once it's collapsed, you remember that piece of glass that was left on the sand at the seashore just for me? It was preparing the viewers, because I asked for an audience 6 years ago. It's preparing the viewers to see that you thought I was just joking, as if I'm just making things up, like I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. People are gonna things are gonna change, and Satan's not gonna be so greedy, because he's truly the one that has to be cast away in his own house to be divided. And then that's how I get the other side, the other half on my side. All the nations. All you got to do is just stop fighting people. That's it. Satan has a grip of people, who love to hate others. So once you stop being weak-minded and allowing that spirit to take over, then you finally get control. You stop fighting yourself. You might think it's other people, but it's just you. You gotta have a new way of thinking. You gotta have like a new zeal for life to want to help people. Can you imagine if you had all the money in the world or access to whatever, and you were greedy your entire life, and all of a sudden you start feeling like sharing because I showed up and you followed me around 360 degrees everywhere I go, and then you watched how I handled your people, like the Christopher. Of course it has to be 3 of them, right? Couldn't be 2 or 1. It just had to be 3 of them. But ultimately, in the end, my goal is this: Everywhere you go. I gotta pay for parking, honey. It's just so expensive around. Am I parking this on you? What? Free parking? Oh my goodness. I could get used to this. Yeah, the holiday is called Robin's Hood. Want more information? Here. You want to check time? What do you want to do? You want to go next? You want to cancel it? In Philly. Here's what's going to happen in Philly coming up with everything. Because what'll happen is everybody who has all the money in the world, you no longer have this to hold over people because things are free, and there goes the power trip of the elite that could care less about poor people.